So in this video, we are going to see how to create and how to use a Google Classroom. I'll cover some of the functions. There are like infinite number of functions you can say available with Google Classroom. So this particular tool is very handy in terms of organizing your assignments and a very effective mode of collaboration, and it lets us go ahead with a better communication. So the easiest way is like if suppose you handle multiple Gmail accounts, so what you can do is you can go to your Gmail account, and from there what you can do is that on the topmost right corner of this Gmail account, you'll see these 9 dots that talks about the collection of Google apps. You go there. From here you try to see that where it is available. So you have like multiple apps available as far as Google's apps are concerned. So go through it, identify where actually the Google Classroom is, and touch this option. You're navigated to your Google Classroom homepage. So if you carefully see, it will list down how many classrooms you are either added to or you have created. So there, here what you see is a plus sign. From here, what we can do is we have two options. One is like join a class, for which I need to have a code. If suppose I go to this, I'll require a class code. If I'll enter, I'll be able to join it. From there, I can take a call on, right? The admin can take a call on making me a student or maybe adding me as an instructor, or else the other option is to create. So today we'll see how to create a class. So from here we go to create a class, and let's say I have to give some basic details about this class name. So let's say I'm giving it as a trial. Section is like a class is divided into multiple sections, right? So what we can do is, let's say I'm giving it as A, and subject can be it's like basic trial run, and I guess I don't need to give a room number as of now if I'm going ahead with online classes. So I'm simply creating this particular classroom. Now it's taking time because it will create and then add to your account. So all these activities are taking place at the back end. So now you see that okay, this particular trial with the section A has this particular class code, right? So you share with this with your students, and they can join. Right from the very beginning we had an option, right? Either I can join a classroom or I can create a classroom. So we went for creation. So similarly, students can go for joining a particular classroom, and then they can use this particular code to join. Now this particular classroom, you can customize it. As you can see, it comes up with a blue background. So similarly, you can upload a theme or a photo, so that these things can be done. Then what we can have is, since suppose we are going to go ahead with online classes, so it gives you an option of generate a meet link. So when you'll go ahead here, so you'll get a permanent link, and that can be used for every time when you and your students are going to come online, although this particular link limit remains the same and the code gets changed every time you come online for the classes. So what we have done is, right now we have created this. So every time, let's say if my class starts at 3 p.m, so I can go here and I can start my classroom. So similarly, what we can do is here, if I want to share something with the class, now since what we have is we have only one section, so I've selected this trial A, and I'm selecting it with all the students because I haven't created any section. So I can write something like first post. That means the basic details which I'm going to get communicate. If suppose I have to add something, what I can do is I can attach a particular, maybe a course CIF form, course information form, or any content or a PPT which I want to share, and simply post it. So what it does is that it will be posting just like your any social media, Twitter post or maybe Facebook post, it gets posted. Now, since I have kept the option of students commenting here, so suppose any student has some doubt, so simply student can go here and comment, and that can be submitted. I can see it, I can respond to that particular thing. So this was all about posting. And then the next one is your classwork, right? So on the top you have like 4 options. One is like stream, classwork, people, and grade. So in classwork, what you can do is you have some options, right? One is creating the assignments. I can have a quiz assignment as well. So in case of assignment, what it does is it lets you to create an assignment with the help of Google Docs. So you can create give a title, you can give some basic instructions, and on the right hand side you can define a point, right? That means it would, whether it should be ungraded or it should be of, let's say, 5 marks or 10 marks. So what I can do is I can simply go here, I can give it, let's say, 10 marks. So this will be the 10 marks. I can give a due date. So what will happen is that if someone submits the assignment after the due date, I'll be able to see that okay, it is submitted late. Then once again, if there are multiple sections, right, so what I can do is there also I can take a call that okay, for a specific batch I can submit one assignment, for a specific batch I can submit another one. And then if suppose I want to give some topics, or then there is also an option that, let's say, let me give you a brief idea with this test assignment. So here what we are going to do is I'm going to assign this assignment. Eventually I don't have any student added here, so what I can do is I have made a mistake, so let me correct it. So it's test assignment, some basic instructions not required. The moment I attach, here also I have the option, like I can attach something, I can create a doc. So even if suppose I want to create, it can be a doc or a slide, or it can be a sheet, or everything that would be attached to your Google Drive and your Google account. And here what we can do is simply I can already something is created, I can add here. Now once I'm done with all these things, that means due date, it will be like I've given some time, that means okay, for tomorrow, and the time is optional, that also I've given. So once I've given it, what I can do is I can go for assigning it. So once I assign it, every student added to my course will be able to see this particular thing, and will be able to see this particular assignment and the timing as well. So for example, now this was the stream where all the posting was done, and this is the classwork. So I see one assignment where the due date is and the time is this. So if I go to this assignment, and that means after touching it, I can see how many people have turned in, how many people were assigned, and that means how many people were left as well. So go to this view assignment, you'll be able to see the number of people who have submitted it. I'll show you the help of a pre-existing classroom, how it looks. So for example, I have gone here, and once again I'm going to the Google Classroom, and I'm using another classroom in order to show you how it looks like. So what I have is, this was the previous one, since I don't have any student who has submitted it. For example, I'm going to this DSA course, and I'm going to the classwork once again. So I take this assignment, for example, let's say I go to view assignment, and I go to this assignment. So what I see is that this is the doc where I created the assignment. That means the assignment which was shared with the student. So directly clicking on this, and further what I can do is I can go back and view this assignment. So there I'll see that how many people have submitted. So what I can see is these people were the ones who were missing, these people were the ones who were graded. That means they had submitted the assignments and they were graded. That means I have given these marks out of 2. So in this case, it's everything is empty. Here I can see everything. Now if suppose someone has submitted this assignment late, so we will be able to see that particular part as well. So let me show you here it shows that okay, this person has submitted the assignment bit late. Now if I want to see the individual assignment, I can click here. The assignment will be displayed on the right hand side. That means this is the assignment. Further I can see by clicking the PDF file. So this was about the pre-existing one. So once again, coming back to our original one. So coming back to the previous window, that means here we were. So we went for looking at these streams where we said that all the amount postings were done. So see, this posting is also done here. This was the classwork, and where turned in and assigned were there. Here also I can have this, all these options of having a class folders and all. Then the next option is of people. Now here what we do is that I'll be able to see the number of people added to this. On this side I have the list of teachers, and let's say a particular course is shared by multiple people. So what I can do is I can add a particular email ID and I can invite that particular person as well to this particular course. But the other person has to accept the invitation, then only he will be added to this teachers list. Similarly for the students, one is to share the code and everyone can join. Another one is to add. Right. So here I can type the name and get the email IDs and all. The last option is the grades. Now here right now, since no students are there in our trial work, so I don't see any grades. But as and when the assignments are submitted and evaluated, I'll be able to see the grades which are assigned. So all these things are displayed here, and this particular grade section has also the option that whether you want to show the grades to the students or not. So this was all about this particular Google Classroom, where these are some of the options, right? There are multiple options, right? If we go ahead with grading part and all, so there are some more options to which I can play, and I can get my work done in an easier way. So as I said, this is a very popular tool for effective communication and effective collaboration as well. So this is all about Google, creating a Google Classroom and some related activities associated with this particular app.